Now, how do you find the motivation to hit the gym like constantly? I want to know.
I think for me it's like when I'm stressed I go to the gym. So
Nice.
I think the more you see me at the gym, the more stressed I
Oh
am.
wow! The heavier the lift,
The heavier the
heavier I'm lifting.
the heavier the lift, the miserable I am. The more miserable I am. Okay, welcome to Quad Talk. So we're in a different quad right now. Usually these quad talks are being held in the academic quad, but right now we're in the central quad, beside the library and beside this beautiful cafe right here, Local Foods. I am Nathaniel Uy. I'm a second year Master of Global Affairs candidate, and I'm from the Philippines. And right now I'm here with Alan.
Hey, my name is Alan. I'm from Mexico and I'm doing a third year in the PhD in applied physics. So yeah, this is a nice day.
I know, and this is a nice spot actually.
Yeah.
Because like when I first saw this spot, I was just new to Rice, and you know I don't have any encounters with a U.S. university. So I think Rice actually put up like a pretty nice standard of a U.S. university for me.
Yeah.
Because you know I'm applying for PhD, so you know if I go to another university, Rice set up this standard
The
for
bar
like,
is high now.
having a good campus. Because like when you look around, like you just see students walking around, you know, studying, grinding. So I think this is a good spot. How have you been, man?
Good. So yeah, I would like to add to you because yeah, Rice is full of study spots. Like you can study everywhere.
Oh yeah.
With the trees and the environment, it's quite nice. It's quite welcoming, I would say so, for scholars and academics. So in my case, that I'm doing a PhD, I could find any spot to study. But in your case, for example, you are doing a master's, right?
Yeah.
In what field, sorry?
I'm taking a Master of Global Affairs. So you know we're talking about diplomacy, state-to-state relations, and government. Since I'm gonna apply for a PhD in poli-sci, so you know just looking at how government works, where the challenges they're facing. But yeah, same. Like it's finals week, and I've just like the past few weeks, I've been looking really for study places around here. Actually, after this talk, I have a reservation for a study room at Fondren.
Nice.
So after this, you know, back to the grind.
Back to the grind. The grind never stops.
The grind never stops.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you done with your finals?
Yeah, so basically I'm still taking classes. In the PhD, we normally have to take 9 courses. So yeah, I'm doing my last course, which in my opinion is the best that I have taken. This case is I'm taking academic writing in English.
Oh.
So yeah, this course is very light load.
Yeah.
So we are expected to do some writing tasks that will contribute to our profile at the same time. For example, I presented some drafts of my thesis to some peers and colleagues, and they give me some feedback. And this has been very helpful because thanks to this course, I also submitted an application for a fellowship and I got it.
Fellowships. Did you know that GPS has like they have the fellowship coaching?
Oh, yeah, actually, yes. I took this, I make use of this service. I got assigned a fellowship coach. Yeah. And she helped me quite a lot. My application, you know, sometimes you have this echo chamber that
Definitely.
people around you say that it's good.
Especially if it's like the people or like your cohort from the same program, if they read it, you know, they're probably gonna say it's good because they know what you're talking about. But like if let's say if the committee reads it, the person reading it might not know the jargons or like the words that you're using, the technical terms. So I think just having fresh eyes to look at it it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's more amazing that this service is for free.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's
very useful.
I mean, I like here my stay at Rice, I already got like 2 fellowships, and like I'm just like looking for fellowships, man. I need that.
There's no such thing as enough fellowships.
Yeah. I mean, what year are you in?
I'm currently starting the 3rd year, I would say. I joined my lab in December of 2023. Yeah. But it has been such an adventure because my PhD program, normally you're expected to finish it in 5 years if you are theoretical. If you're experimental, some people do 7 years. Oh yeah. It's understandable because the experiments.
If you love studying.
Also,
you love research.
Because experiments, you know, sometimes takes a lot of time to build, and then you take data, and this is very fast. So yeah, I'm expected to finish in 2028, but so far I love it. The first 2 years were such a steep learning curve, especially in the experimental part, because I'm coming from a theoretical background. Yeah, you will say. I love simulations. I love like Python, COMSOL, this kind of softwares for modeling physical systems. But in the experimental part, I was not that familiar. But I found this lab. I'm in Junkono lab. We do some light matter interaction, basically. But I found the sweet spot there because I devote my time half theoretical, half simulations, and half, well, I would say half simulations and half experiment.
Oh.
So it complements quite nice. So you can see me running back and forth from my office to the lab, and this is how I grind. Basically.
That's the life. That's the life.
Yeah.
You know? So
What about you? Like, I know that in PhD, in my case, for example, is research oriented. But what about like your masters? Are you expected to have some product or?
yeah, we're gonna have our capstone project for the next semester. And the good thing with global affairs, there's a lot of things to cover. I mean, it's very broad. So if you have, for me, I choose to do it like in my region of interest, which is Southeast Asia. So for my capstone, I'm hoping to like use it, like expand it probably on my PhD if I ever go to PhD.
Wow.
You know, so
Yeah.
let's see. But like, yeah, we're taking some courses. We're taking an internship. So because it's a professional master's. So basically, a lot of people like take this course to go to corporate or to advance their professional career. Like I have a classmate who's the Consul General of Qatar in Houston.
Wow.
Yeah, so she's taking this course to be promoted as ambassador. You
Wow.
know, and I have two classmates who works for the U.S. Congress,
Wow.
and then there's me, Filipino. That's about it. That's the thing unique to me. No, but like it's great because I'm surrounded by like people who's already established. I mean, I feel like I'm motivated. I'm disciplined to like just do more things because I'm surrounded by these great people. I want to be on the same level.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're on your third year. Like,
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like, in your 3 years being here, what would you consider as your biggest achievement when you got here? Like,
I would say so that many people measure the achievement on publications or on fellowships, but personally, I think my biggest achievement was finding my own study pace and finding the best way that I learn.
oh, yeah.
Because once you find it organically, you get into this kind of flow state where you just study and it will not cost you energy. Yesterday I was until very late in the lab just because I wanted something to be done. And the greatest part is that there was no one like telling me what to do. I was just exploring it. So I would say that was my biggest achievement, that I know what's the best way for me to learn, which in my case is just sitting down, writing stuff and thinking about it, nothing else. I don't need any tool or anything, just my notebook and the paper and whatever I have to do. So yeah, that's my biggest achievement, I would say so. And well, you said before about your classmates. I agree with this. I have a saying that is, if you're the smartest in the room, then you're in the wrong room.
Yeah, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah, especially here that Rice is such a multicultural place.
Yeah.
I have lab mates from all the world, Taiwan, China, of course the USA. I have a lab mate from Colombia, from many places, and all of these cultures just gather together and we discuss science, and it's quite challenging because we are not in the same, like, how would I say so, like tone sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, as Latin Americans, we tend to be more friendly sometimes, whereas other cultures tend to be like more closed.
Yeah.
But now I get along quite good with my lab mates, and we have a lot of communication, and we found the right spot to communicate our ideas and work on the experiments. And now there's a new cohort of people that joined the program, and in particular some joined my lab, and I'm training a girl from India. And we have get along quite good, and I could see myself in her, because in the first year I was lost. So now I'm trying to explain to her everything, and maybe I'm a little bit overwhelming her, but I told her that you have to take your time to learn, to get familiar with everything. You will have some years to do some stuff, so there's no rush. You should start slowly, and yeah, it's quite fun. Like teaching and transmitting your knowledge is quite my passion, honestly.
Yeah, I think what I like the most at Rice is the fact that you can have a lot of mentors. Like, there's a lot of people who can guide you. Like for me, I mean, we are ambassadors. Like, if there's a prospective student that wants to apply in our program, we can already guide them or mentor them how to, become a PhD student or a master's student. And I think I really, appreciate that kind of environment, because like for me here, coming here in a different country, different culture, I mean, even back when I got here, my English isn't that good. Like my accent
Same.
was very thick, and I promised myself when I get here, I'm gonna talk to people, I'm gonna learn, things about them, because they're coming from different country, different culture. I mean, you're coming from a different country and different culture.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot from you. I mean, we've been talking since we met in the ambassador program, and
Yeah.
I think I just appreciate that. And like, a Rice institution, just like every opportunity there is, like I have a chance to get it.
Yeah.
Like my extracurriculars right now, like I'm working as a gallery guide at the Moody Center for the
Oh,
Arts,
nice.
and we're working as an ambassador for GPS. So I think having the opportunity to just like talk to prospective students, like see ourselves, like that was me when I was trying to apply to Rice, because I only applied to Rice, by the way. Like if Rice didn't accept me, bro, I'd still be back in the islands, man. I told you I'd be surfing there.
No, but Rice saw your talent, and you are here now.
Yeah, I mean they took the chance with me, and so when I got here, I promised like I will do everything I can to represent Rice, to just share opportunities here. And so far, it's been great. I mean,
Great.
I'm working also as an RA in the Rice Graduate Housing.
Oh, really? You have so many jobs.
Yeah, I'm an ambassador for the Doerr Institute too. So,
Wow. Your
I
agenda
just-
must be full.
yeah, I mean, I just felt like, this is not the time to rest. Like, going here, I feel like I was very determined. Like, going here, I was like, this is not a vacation, There were times that some of my cohorts were like going to, another state. And sometimes I just have to tell myself, like, I have things to do. If I want to go to, Wisconsin, I can go to Wisconsin another time or something, because like they're planning things like that. If I want to go to New Orleans, I can go New Orleans like at some point in my life. But like right now, I need to focus on my my stuff, my opportunities, and
Yeah, I agree with you. Like PhD life, in my case, I think it's about balance.
yeah,
We had to make an emphasis on this because some people struggle to find the balance,
Yeah.
including myself. I took 1 year or two to find the balance.
Oh yeah,
Because coming here was such a crazy experience. I made so many friends,
Yeah.
and so many social events. I was in so many parties the first year,
yeah,
and I was just exploring and meeting people from all the cultures. And for me, it was so mind blowing that I could make them laugh, even if English was not my first
oh
language.
yeah, that's true.
That felt so rewarding.
Exactly.
So-
I was afraid that, because like
Yeah.
I keep telling my friends like I'm so much funnier in Filipino. Like
I thought the
my
same
humor,
thing,
my
yeah.
humor is half
Yeah,
because I'm
same.
speaking English.
Yeah. If English were my first language, oh my God, nobody will stop me. But yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I made so many friends. Actually, my best friends now is a guy from Ukraine.
Oh, yeah?
One of my best friends, I ended up dating her. She's from Taiwan.
Oh, all
So,
right.
yeah,
all right.
For me, it's quite normal. But when I tell my family these kind of things,
Uh huh.
they're like, "This is crazy. Like, how can you meet people from the other side of the world and engage with them and get very close to them?" And for me, it's like the most beautiful part that I have experienced in Rice. That this is such a fertile soil for exchanging of culture and showing people things from your country, food, also music, jokes.
True.
But yeah,
I mean, like, that's what I thought, because, like, when we OISS were having the orientation for international students, there's a lot of Chinese students here, Indian students, but like for grad school at least, like during my first like orientation here, I didn't see much Filipinos.
I see.
And I see the Chinese students and like some other students like already have groups. They're talking their native language. And I'm like, man, where's my gang? And that's when I thought, like, what if I've contacted some of the Filipino graduate students here, and what if we made an organization, even if it's just like 6 or 7 of us. I talked to Carrie Willard and Jennifer. And they were very interested. Jennifer was like, yeah, I support that organization, and we'll even fund your first general meeting. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And my logic in that organization, that even if there's just like 6 or 7 Filipinos at grad school, like it's open to everyone. Like I can host an event with Filipino food, talking about Filipino culture and Filipino history, and everybody's invited. And after that event, you know more in the Philippines than when you came there.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
came before the meeting. So I think having just that opportunity, and like that's why if you look at Alness, the members of my organization, like just 6 are Filipinos, and like the other surnames are like
From all the world.
from different parts of the world. So
I like this point because also I was part of LACSA, which is the Latin American.
oh yeah, you guys are big,
Association.
right?
We are big. Like just as an anecdote, I was in charge of like buying stuff for the club,
Oh yeah.
especially for this event called Fiesta Latina, which occurs once in a year. And I was in charge of buying the things on Amazon and also buying the food. And we end up spending in total a very high amount, 7K only of
7K?
decorations.
Decorations?
Yes.
Man.
So this kind of funding, of course, it comes from school, right? But this just tells you that Rice is really invested into promoting
Oh
culture
yeah.
from all
Yeah,
the world. And
definitely.
for me, it's a great part of the grad school life that you can form part of these associations and promote your culture, and not only just talk, for example, Spanish with your own people from your country.
Yeah.
You can exchange the culture with other people. So in my case, I always invite my friends from my cohort to the Latin American events, and they always like, what is this food? Why we are doing this celebration? And I explained to them. Last week we had one festival called Noche de Velitas.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of it? It's
I've heard the event. It was it in Valhalla?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
last
I mean,
week.
I feel like 80% of the time that there's an event in Valhalla, it's like the
LACSA.
Latinos.
Yeah, we have a big budget and so many people. Yeah,
Yeah.
so this event was in collaboration with Colombian Owls, which is a
Oh
Colombian.
yeah, I think it was my Colombian friend who's an RA2 like invited me.
Oh,
But like the grind never stops for you
Yeah.
right now. So I was like,
crazy, yeah. So yeah, this kind of events, I really like it because I was not familiar with, for example, Colombian food that much, but they brought some Colombian food and it was so good. My girlfriend fell in love with it. Me too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We even packed food because it was too much food, so we just packed it to our apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me more about, for example, Filipinos here. You're the first Filipino that I met here.
I'm the only one you need. I'm just joking. I know, but because if you go to med center, I mean, most of the Filipinos are in like healthcare. So my sister's a nurse, my mom is a nurse. I almost became a nurse, and who knows? But like, so being here, like in academia, taking grad school, I feel very privileged, and I feel like I have the opportunity to really represent my country. So
Yeah.
that's why I have some random Filipino facts at the back of my head, like how many islands does the Philippines have?
How many? I don't know that actually.
It's 7,641 islands. 7,641.
That's crazy.
It depends on the tide. If it's a high tide, and then it becomes, some islands are like sand dunes, so like sink. So it becomes less, but like it's around 7,000 islands. We've been colonized by Spain for
I know that.
333 years.
Such a long time.
Yeah. So this just like I can be considered as a Latino too.
Yeah, honestly, I always think that Filipinos are some
Yeah, I mean, like 30% of our language actually is
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah. So I can speak a little bit of Spanish, although like I'm actually part Chinese.
Oh, really?
So I'm like my dad is full Chinese, my mom is half Chinese, half Filipino. I'm actually just like 25% Filipino.
So crazy.
But by heart and everything, by knowledge, like
Yeah, yeah.
representation, just
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, and also there's like, the Baker Institute. I think
Yeah.
the Baker Institute is what really hooked me into Rice, because it's a think tank where there's a bunch of different fellows, visiting scholars. A lot of my professors are, like a lot of them like works as a researcher at Baker Institute.
Maybe you can explain to us like what is a think tank, because I've been hearing this topic lately, but I don't know precisely what a think tank does or how is it funded and what is the scope of these think tanks.
Oh yeah, a think tank is it's like an institute where they do research on mostly policies.
Okay.
So if for example, on immigration or like on health policies, fellows at Baker Institute like do some research, and actually, local government and federal government actually invite some of the fellows to really talk about an ongoing policy. Should we do some revisions for this policy? Is this really working? So I think having that kind of background in research to know, because like the legislators, their role is to draft a bill or a law or a policy to be implemented. But for that bill to be useful or really be effective, you need to have some data or some research to understand how it's gonna impact like the population or like even other countries. Like for us, global affairs, if you talk about tariffs, you can easily say you're putting a tariff in this country, but you would have to ask Baker Institute, hi Baker, like are you guys doing some research on tariffs or like how does it affect other states? And I think having that data and like having that knowledge to just like further this information, I think it's very great with Baker Institute. And like since like during my first semester here, I just really like go around Baker Institute, the halls of Baker, and if there's an open door and I have a question in mind, I just knock and I just like ask them a question. And I think it's a very nice privilege to be mentored by like all these fellows.
So what do you do precisely in your internship in the Baker Institute?
My internship at the Baker Institute is under Dr. Stephen Lewis. He's in the China Studies program of Baker Institute because my background was I was also in a think tank back in the Philippines, but our focus is like the West Philippine Sea and China, Philippines, and U.S. relations. And so I was looking at Baker, and I've met Dr. Lewis too, and he said like he's very interested in having me work for him as an intern.
Nice.
And we've been looking at how Chinese propaganda or how Chinese soft power, like the influence of China as a growing country, like impact the Southeast Asian states, because like we're just neighbors, right? Even and also with what's happening with Taiwan, some disputes like that. So I think interning in that program like gave me a really good sense on how the government of China works, how is it different from a democracy, and considering that it's maybe I'm going too technical here, but like they're considered as an authoritarian country, right? But they're still growing. Their economy is growing, and they're competing with the U.S. So I think just like being in that program just gave me a sense of like, how does it work? How does these countries interact with each other?
That's very interesting. Yeah.
How about you? What are you looking into in your dissertation?
Yeah. So my lab is focused on, as I told you before, it's like matter interaction. How does light, when you shed light into a material, what happens, right? So, for example, what happens if you put some, I don't know, like some metallic object in the sun for many hours? It gets very hot, right? So we need to find why, right? The causes of this. So in my case, I don't study metals under the sun, but I do quite something similar with different radiation instead of just visible light. I use some radiation called the terahertz. So this range is very unexplored, and you have never heard of terahertz technologies probably. Because it's very hard. The air absorbs this radiation, so it's lucky for us because this is kind of harmful. But you can actually implement technologies that are, for example, for communication, for electronics. There are so many proposals. So what I do is actually first principles. I focus more on the foundations of physics rather than applications. So I use this terahertz radiation, which is way faster than Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, for example, is, I would say, 1 million or more orders of magnitude less than in speed than this terahertz, right? So I use this radiation, and then I use interesting materials and see what happens. And we do this under very, very high magnetic fields. I'm talking about 10 Tesla, and under very low temperatures, I would say, 4 Kelvin. So for this, you need certain special setup. You cannot do this in your apartment. If you could do it,
now
always so happy
to be done in your apartment.
I mean, if you could, I will do home office and we'll be happy, right? So we had this special setup. And this is actually quite unique because not many labs around the world have this kind of setup. So I'm doing for my dissertation this kind of studies for a particular material which is very, very interesting. It's called mercury telluride. And this one is a topological insulator. So it's crazy because you have heard of conductors and insulators, but this material is both in the same sample. How? Quantum effects, basically. So I'm very interested in this type of samples, and every time I read about them, I discover more and more things very cool of this. So far I have some projects that are related to this field, but in particular in my case, I do some kind of field called cavity electrodynamics. and basically we use confined light in a small spot
Yeah.
to not be that technical, because I could go for 2 hours, 3 hours talking about this.
Yeah.
It's quite challenging, but it's very interesting.
Oh yeah, very interesting. I mean, I think it's very interesting that our program is severely like at the other side
Yes,
of, you know,
in the same
spectrum.
campus.
Yeah. In the same campus, but like the
Yeah.
topic is just like so
Yeah.
different. I mean,
Yeah.
I study how like, you know, other people interact with each other,
Mhm.
other countries interact with each other, and it's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I can study what you study. It's, you know, I'm
Yeah.
impressed and I'm amazed. Yeah. And you know, I can't believe, like, I just feel like it's been so fast. I mean, I just got here like last August, and my friends, some of my friends graduated yesterday. There was a ceremony
really?
yesterday, and I'm gonna graduate next May, and I feel like it's just been so fast. I mean, it's been a fun ride so far, but I feel like it's been so fast. I mean, I remember just like preparing for my application, you know, my SOP, letters of recommendation, which I'm doing right now again. But like I feel like it's just been so fast. I mean, I like, you know, I knew about Rice because of one of the coffee chats actually, and it was Jennifer who was doing, you know, using the coffee chat slides that we do, that we use. And when I was doing a coffee chat recently and I was presenting the slide, I was like,
I was there.
I was there. I was literally there. And like, you know, Jennifer knows that I was like, you know, if I hadn't met you that day through Zoom, like, I wouldn't be here at all. I wouldn't have all these great opportunities. I wouldn't know amazing people like you.
I appreciate
And
it.
so, like, it was great. I mean, do you remember when you were a prospective student?
Actually, now that you tell me that, yeah, you are making me remember the old times.
No,
You know, maybe our research is completely not related, but in this case, I think we have so many things in similar because, well, I got a fellowship by the Department of State of the U.S.
Oh yeah.
So this one covered all of my applications. You know, applications to grad school can be expensive.
I know
Are very
about that.
expensive. Plus the GRE and all of these things. So
Yeah.
this fellowship covered me all of these expenses. This is called the Opportunity Funds Scholarship. It's by the Department of State. It's the same institution that grants the Fulbright fellowship. So I got it. Then they organized a meeting with Rice people. Also Jennifer was there, and I could talk with her one-to-one personally. I asked him some questions, and I felt great because they were so friendly, and I already had Rice in my mind because I searched for the best applied physics programs because I'm coming from undergrad in applied physics as well. So I wanted to continue this same line of study.
The best.
The best.
The best.
It's the best. And you know what? Just a parenthesis. I will say it's great, this program, applied physics. Also in my undergrad institution, because it's very ambiguous, but this is actually good. Because applied physics, where it is. So it's not physics, but also it's not completely applied, because many people do theoretical applied physics. But it's just taking physics and math and applying it to other problems. Basically, that's it. So yeah, I searched like the best applied physics programs in the US, and Rice is in top. So I was like, wow, and it's Houston, because I have family in Houston.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
And I already knew Houston, so I was like, wow, that would be so cool. And then I Googled Rice. Oh my God, beautiful campus. And I was like, okay, I see myself there. Because I always had this idea that I want to go into an academic environment where I can just study and exchange ideas. And after this this like coffee chat, I was like, okay, this is like my number one option. And that's the first application that I sent. And the first that I received the acceptation, like the acceptance. So I feel pretty privileged as well.
Definitely. I mean, I remember when I was applying, I was searching, Rice. Of course, when you search Rice University, the first photo that will pop up is the Sally Port, right?
Yeah.
The art. And I'm just manifesting that I'm gonna be here in this arch, like in a few months.
It worked.
It did work, and I'm very thankful to like everyone who supported me, like my professors back at home, my family, and I think I'm very grateful. I mean, like, look at this. I feel like we're in
so privileged.
Great situation, great location, great weather right now, at least for a couple of days. But like, if you would have probably an advice to a prospective students or like some prospective students that are applying or like looking into Rice as their new home, or some next home for academia, like, what would you say to them?
Thank you for touching this point because I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah.
After we share about our experiences and everything, I would say that sometimes the letter of recommendations can be very, very broad. So this will not distinguish you versus all the pool of competitors, of applicants. You need to find something that tells the school that you are worth it and that you have certain value to contribute to this institution, right? In particular, I would say ask for for people who write your letters of recommendation to go into the details and basically elaborate about your strengths and what you do there. I will give you an example. So in my case, I did a lot of research in my undergrad in many fields, from astrophysics all the way to even modeling epidemics, modeling epidemics and viruses. So I was lucky because I approached these professors and I was like, hey, I want to work on this, I want to work on that. I was very proactive in that sense, right? So that's another advice, be proactive in your undergrad. And second, if you, for example, model this thing, try to publish it, and if it's not publishable, sometimes it's very hard to publish, just tell to your professor, hey professor, could you write about what did I do in particular and how did I contribute to this project? Because this is very good, this speaks volumes, I would say so. Like, focus on the letters of recommendation, should be tailored to your profile. That's like my biggest advice. But what about you?
For me, I think application process, statement of purpose is very, very important. It's like probably 2 pages where you're gonna tell the committee who you are, what you do, why are you a good fit in this program. So I think that's very important. And I would say to prospective students, if you guys are really, you really want to go through this path, just don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're gonna ask questions, like, for us, we're graduate student ambassadors. If you send us an email, we're gonna reply, and you're gonna know so much more than a prospective student who didn't ask us or who's just like looking at the website. And just maintain that practice, like with the professors, because some applications are committee based. Some programs requires you to have a supervisor that you already contacted with, if it's project based or research proposal based. But like usually it's committee based, at least for our field. So, but even that, you should still like message professors, like ask them about the program, about their research, and sometimes they might not reply because professors are very busy. But if they reply, then you already have a contact or a network in the program, and I think that just like it takes you somewhere, great lengths. And for me, I've emailed Jennifer, I've emailed the professors, even going here, and I understand the feeling of just like, man, I don't want to send an email to a random stranger just like I'm begging to like please like reply to me or like talk to me. But like it's part of the process. If you're, especially in life, I think interacting with people, even as a PhD student, where you're just like probably like most of the day you're just in the lab. Like at some point, if you go into the job market, if you go into academia, you still have to face an interview. You would still need to talk to people, right? So I think just don't be afraid to interact with people. Don't be afraid to like ask the questions that you really want to ask, and don't be afraid to look dumb, because like a lot of times like people don't ask questions because they think that they're gonna look dumb. But that's what learning is all about.
There is no dumb questions, I would say.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like cold emails, that's a very good one. So, are you familiar with the concept of cold emails, right?
Oh yeah. I'm
That's
already
very
tired of the concept of cold emails.
Yes, especially because as you said, like not many PIs reply. But in my case, I think it made a difference because I emailed. In total, I applied to 15 universities.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because the fellowship covers me 10, and I covered 5 more. And I cold emailed, I would say about so many professors, and only like 10% replied. Now I understand why, right? They are always busy. But one of the professors that replied to me is actually from Rice.
Oh yeah?
Yes, and we had an interview, and it was awful.
It was awful?
Yes, because I expect, it was not because of his fault, it was because I expect to introduce my research to him and then discuss like some proposal or whatever, but he asked me very particular questions about his research that I was not prepared. He was not rude or anything. He was just having this idea that I was familiar with his research field.
Yeah.
I was not.
Yeah.
Eventually, nothing happened. I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a brilliant professor, but he's theoretical. So
okay.
I'm at the same time happy that I'm not working for him, because being theoretical requires a lot of patience. And sometimes I like to do things with my hands and see the product, right? Theoretical can be too abstract for me. So I prefer just to read the theory that some people do and then apply it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than just trying to do it myself. So yeah, I had a very good interaction with Rice the first time.
True. I think it's very important to know when to ask questions, to know when to, ask for help. Like, for me, I think when I got here, Rice, I made it a habit of just like, asking people for help or like opportunities. Like, when the first thought of like applying for PhD came into my head, I talked to our, program like assistant dean of social sciences, Abby Godley. I was like, I want to go to PhD. I also talked to the, political science chair at that time, Professor Ashley Lees, and I was like, I'm considering doing a PhD in political science, but I don't know if I really, if I am fit or if this is for me. And you know what she said? She said like, next semester, why don't you try to take a subject in our program? And I was like, I'm gonna take a PhD class, as a master's student. Is that even allowed? And she was like, yeah. And like, after that, you're gonna know if you're really fit for this. You're gonna understand how a PhD class looks like. And at the same time, you already know a professor in political science that can help you. And thank God I took that course. It's kind of heavy, and it's I really saw the difference between a PhD level class and a master's class. There's a lot of readings, but like right now I'm applying, and like they're really guiding me. GPS too. Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies Office. They've helped me in like applying for fellowships. Jennifer is like, this is not like on camera or something. This is just like us between ambassadors and her. And she's like, if there's anything you need, like, feel free to ask us. And I think just having that environment of like people who's ready to support you, I think it's very great. Like for my program, I was like, what can I do to prepare for PhD properly? I was like, my internship with Stephen Lewis, he said like there's a conference for political scientists, and if you attend there, you will see, research presentations on different topics, different scholars, professors. And I was like, yeah, but like a funding. So I asked the program, I was like, do you guys have any funding for like any conferences? And sure enough, they did. And I feel like if I didn't start asking those questions, or like if I didn't tell my professors what I want to do, I feel like it'll be harder for me to like get these opportunities. So I think just like knowing when to ask for help. We've talked about me applying for PhD. Any suggestion you have, even right now you're talking about prospective students. I'm considered a prospective student. So being surrounded by just like this wonderful people is like what I appreciate most about Rice.
Yeah, as another advice, this is very particular, right? I will say create a Gmail just for applications.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes you already submitted all the applications and now you're waiting for the responses.
Yeah.
But this process could produce a little bit of anxiety because you are checking your notifications all the time to see.
Definitely.
So it's better if you send the applications, forget about it.
Yeah.
Just don't check your email. Just wait for the deadlines to occur. And eventually, I think you have a great profile and you will get admitted.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I use Rice email if I want them to know that I'm from Rice, because once you're already at Rice, I didn't really realize this. When I was back in the Philippines, I talk about Rice University. If you talk about in poli-sci or global affairs, they would know Rice University. But like the institution is, it's like not that popular. I guess in the Philippines. But like when I got here, like every time like I'm just walking around Houston and like they would see me in a Rice merchant. It was like, do you study at Rice?
Yeah,
and I was
same.
like.
People say that to me.
Exactly.
Are you at Rice?
Like, man, I feel very honored to be here.
Same.
And like, for example, there's this conference called Sarah Week. It's a energy conference. All the energy leaders, CEO of Chevron, ExxonMobil was there, Shell, and I really wanted to attend that conference, but like, the attendance cost is $10,500
Oh wow.
for a person.
Oh wow.
And because it's like, you would really gain a lot of like knowledge, and you would have a lot of network.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, how can I get into this conference without paying $10,500? That, like, I can't do that. I'm not in a corporation. I'm not in a company. So I just like cold emailed them. I mean, I swear to God, I'm still looking at this email from time to time, because like I cold emailed them like, hey, because I've heard some of the students are like attending there, and I just cold email like, hey, is there a chance that I may be like an ambassador for CERAWeek? I'm from Rice University. Can I be an ambassador for like Rice University? And they did. They replied to me, and I get to attend. It was very very fancy.
That's incredible.
So I think that's one of the use of just like using Rice University as a prestigious university, and just like asking for opportunities, right?
Yeah, I had the same experience. Next year I'm gonna attend the first conference to present my research. It's the American Physical Society conference, and I didn't know the process, right? I thought they will contact me and invite me, so I was like, I cannot wait. I need to be proactive. So I just told to my advisor, hey, this is like the research that I want to present, and he didn't even hesitate. He said, yes, apply, and he will cover my expenses and everything. So I will go to my first conference next year in March. So I'm excited as well to do some networking.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Like Rice is so full of useful resources.
Yeah,
from
definitely.
everything. But what would you say is your favorite resource that the school offers?
Favorite resource? You know what? I think I like the library a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's just like a lot of there's like random perks, by the way, of being a Rice student. We get free access to the zoo, Houston Zoo.
Many perks, and to the museum as well.
Yeah, museum too. We can get to museum. If I want to go to the zoo right now, or like every day, I can go to the zoo every day.
It's good to go.
We have an HBO subscription, stuff like that. Like you wouldn't even know. But I think the Fondren Library, like a lot of people come here, even though they're not from Rice, just because they have a lot of resources. You can borrow books, The catalog is so huge. There's like floors and floors of just like, even the classified government documents. You can find it there, and they have access to this, like the New York Times. If you log in using your Rice account, then you can see premium news. And I think but that resource is just something that I didn't have back then, and it's just really up to you if you're really gonna use it, because I could finish my master's just like going to class, going home, going to class, going home, and I'd get my degree. It's a Rice degree still.
Yeah.
But if I'm not gonna go out here and put myself out here and like ask the library, hey, do you guys have this book? Do you guys have these resources? I was studying for the GRE. Do you guys have any GRE reviews? And they did. And
wow, that's incredible.
Exactly. So like literally like everything. So
yeah.
How about
Actually,
you?
yes, the same. There's the Digital Media Commons. Have you been to it? It's in the basement of the library.
I know. Yeah.
I love it because it's full of cameras.
I haven't used it, but what is it?
They rent equipment to produce video, audio, everything that you can use to produce digital content.
Oh yeah.
And it's for free. So when I came here, I didn't have my own camera, and I was like, what should I do? And then I went to the DMC, and they lent cameras for free. And I took one camera to my trip to Grand Canyon.
Oh!
Yeah, and it was beautiful because they have very advanced cameras and very great lenses. So I just took the best, and I took it with me, and it was amazing. So this convinced me to buy my own camera now, because they have a big catalog of cameras.
Yeah. They have the Doerr Institute for new leaders. I think
that's great.
That's one of the great resources too of Rice, because they give you like one-on-one coaching sessions on how to be a better leader. And I think I'm the type of person who wants to be a good leader. I think being a leader is very important, in a sense that you would use it in your lab. If you're mentoring someone, you're leading someone, right?
Yeah.
And your family, if you're doing something, you're gonna lead at some point. And I think you know, I think I want to be a good leader, and like going to the Doerr Institute like sessions like they made a structure on like how can I improve myself as a leader, what am I lacking, or like what are my weaknesses and how can I improve. And I think that kind of like workshops or sessions like that like really help me become a better person or like a better leader. Yeah.
I also took some Doerr Institute courses.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
planning to continue them. Nowadays the workload is very heavy. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
eventually I will take them again. I would say also the language courses. For example, the first year I took German here, and the course is so good. This is not the first time I take German, but the professor was very kind and he made us work hard.
Oh yeah.
I love it, and I'm also planning to take German again. Maybe not next semester because now I'm interested in Chinese. Because let's see,
Oh.
let's see. What happens.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I love to learn languages, and I want to invest more time on it. So
Yeah, that's true. I
talking
mean,
about
you,
that-
you can audit. I think you can audit
Yes,
classes,
you can
right?
audit them.
Language classes. So
Yeah.
I think that's very good. I mean,
Yeah.
the PhD class I'm taking right now, they let me take it outside of like the curriculum without any additional charges. So I
Yeah,
think
that's great for free.
I think that's great. I mean,
I also took it for free. So yeah, Rice offers so many courses for free.
yeah.
I would say will not find the time to have all the resources you had to pick, because there's so many resources you will never finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you will never run out of resources to find your rice. You just gotta look. You just gotta find it
Yeah,
deeper. You
your
know.
niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do in your free time here?
Oh wow, what I don't do. Because we are very close to the museum district. You will see me every Sunday in the museum district. I just go with my girlfriend and take a lot of pictures and go to the exhibitions. I'm quite an artsy person, so I love a lot of art exhibitions and concerts, opera concerts, and orchestras. So the thing that I invest my time mostly on is reading, I would say so. Also, I love to write poetry, photography, and I'm practicing new things to learn. Like I started to learn crochet with my girlfriend.
Oh,
and it's so fun.
Yeah,
so relaxing.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's so relaxing. So I do so many things in my free time. I would say that every 15 days I organize something with my friends from my cohort. We're quite close, and I love it. As we've been in this adventure since the beginning. They are from Greece, Bangladesh, Kentucky.
Oh,
and we always
Kentucky.
Yes,
that's far.
It's far, it's very far, to the other side of the world. So we organize like gatherings, and we go, for example, to Austin to camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do quite many things. So I think I find my people here. We are interested
That's good.
in the same things, and we just vibe together,
Yeah.
So what do you do in your free time?
I'm not ready for that question. I feel like I was ready to ask you, what do you do in your free time? Because recently I don't think I have any free time at all.
Yeah.
But I like going to the gym. Coming from the Philippines, I mean, they have good gyms there, but here it's just in a different level. I mean, the basketball court, I played basketball earlier this morning, and I think it's just like a very good way to start the day. Play basketball or go to the gym, and suddenly you're energized, you know. And I had this mindset coming here, I'm gonna be the best version of myself, mentally and physically, or stuff like that, you know. So I just try to make a routine, and just I feel good about myself because you go to the gym, you feel healthy. I eat at the servery. They have very nice food here, by the way. I don't know, watching the movies or something, American movies growing up, I've seen or I've heard some stuff about campus food. The students are usually not a fan of campus food, but here, they have chefs in every servery. Have you tried eating at this?
Yes, it's good.
It's just good.
Yeah.
It's home cooked food every single day.
So many options.
So many options.
You will never get bored. Yeah, actually, I love to go for the poke bowl.
Oh yeah. The poke bowl, and sometimes they have the global bowl, right, where you can make your.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that you
I'm
thought
gonna go to the servery after. I think.
Yeah, I think it's quite convenient that we have the gym here, and it's quite cheap. It's what, $60 per semester?
Yeah.
Very
It's
cheap.
around that $60, $70 per semester.
We have the gym, then we have the servery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's self-contained, I would say.
Yeah, and I love to run too, and bike. I bike around and
Yeah, I also bike a lot.
Oh, yeah?
That's one of my hobbies. I love to bike.
yeah.
It's so powerful that you can get anywhere here in the bike.
Yeah,
Some
and
people say that Houston is not a bikeable city. I disagree.
Uh huh.
I've been in worse cities for biking, and this one is quite nice. The roads are wide. You just have to be, of course, careful with the cars. But I bike everywhere. Like the other day, I went all the way to the White Oak.
Oh yeah.
I went
yeah.
there.
That's a bit far.
It's far. It's far, but I just went crazy and just biking there.
Yeah, and like we're so close to Herman Park.
Yes.
I think people like take for granted the fact like we're just like across Herman Park.
Yes.
Like if you want to distress, like even if this is like a peaceful scenery, if you want a more peaceful scenery without
the park. Yeah.
without like students studying beside you and getting stressed because you're not studying.
Reminding you that you should be studying.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
go to Herman Park and chill there, relax with the feed the ducks and the squirrels.
Yes, I love to do that actually.
Yeah.
We have so many things in common.
We like ducks.
Yeah, we like ducks. We like to feed the duck. Yeah. But just to wrap up, like any other, I don't know, advice or comment you would like to give to people watching us?
I guess for me to end, that's the ending advice is just like strive hard. I mean, like just if you want to apply, then don't ask any questions. Just like apply. Like there's always going to be some excuses or like some reason for you not to apply, but you just gotta push through. Go to the website and apply. We even have like a lot of we have waiver weeks. So
Yes.
if you're applying to a university and there's like an application fee, they may have some waiver weeks, and for us we have a fee waiver week, and you ask us, we give you a fee waiver, and you're just literally just putting in the effort. If you don't, unfortunately you don't get accepted, you didn't waste anything at all, any cent. Just like your sweat and your tears probably.
Yeah.
But like, you don't want to have any of the what ifs. Like what if I applied and like I got accepted? What if like that? Just try it out, and if it's for you, it's gonna be for you.
Yeah.
How about you?
Thank you. I would say be bold, basically.
Exactly.
Be bold.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just try. Like people achieve things just by trying. So we're here. We're Grad ambassadors, and thank you for your time.
Yeah. And
Thank you talking to you.
yeah, we're always here for you. And
Yeah.
if you have any questions, email us, Nathaniel Uy, and, Alan. We're in the website of GPS. And, we're happy to help you. And
Yeah.
till next time.
Always.